Welcome, fans, to Butch Charmoli Memorial Gymnasium on the campus of DuPont Manual High School as tonight the Manual Crimsons entertain the Bardstown Tigers. I'm Buzz Frank. I'm joined, as always, courtside by David Wright. John Wright is our producer and working the camera tonight. And tonight the Bardstown Tigers come in. Bardstown is 1-0 on the season, coached by a name that may be familiar to a lot of people in the Louisville area. And if you hear a lot of boos coming from the fans, it's because that's James Boo Brewer, a former University of Louisville player.
Buzz, it's all coming to me now. Now I know I saw Boo Brewer at PRP last Saturday. I thought he would turn into a Manual fan. No, he was scouting.
Quindon Litzy, number 1, Keanu Young, number 2, and number 30, L.J. Coward, starters, along with number 4, Tyler Holzclaw, and number 14, Jarrett Dennison for the Tigers of Bardstown. For Manual, it looks like the usual cast of suspects. Number 4, Jared Harness, a 6-foot senior. Chris West, a 6'2 senior at another guard. Number 10, Ja'Cory Freeman, a 5'10 third guard in this 3-guard set for Manual. Dwayne Sutton also considered a guard at 6'5. And number 34, Jake Chilton, as 6'4", also a senior. Manual with an all-senior starting lineup, taking on a very good Bardstown Tiger team. Again, they're 1-0. They beat Manual in the regular season last year, and they are playing in the King of the Bluegrass tournament coming up over the holidays. So, Dave, they can't be too slouchy.
This figures to be the toughest test by far.
I would think so. I took some quick notes. Nothing spectacular, but Manual, well, darn, my notes didn't come out like I wanted them to, but Manual is averaging like a 90-53 margin in their first 3 games this season.
Manual wins the tip. That's Chilton out top.
Chilton, Manual's weapon from 3-point range if allowed to get that shot off.
West got tied up in the corner, but Chilton was open briefly for a 3 back out to West. Over to Harness, he's looking inside for Sutton.
Good ball movement, man-to-man by the Bardstown Tigers, and they're forcing Manual to reset their offense, but good patience by the Crimsons.
Chilton from the land, got it.
And on cue, Jake Chilton for the 3-pointer. Davey just stepped right into that shot. Pure twine on the other side, and it's 3-0 Manual. Manual opens also in switching man-to-man, and it's broken for a layup. Fabulous move there by L.J. Coward.
3-2 Manual early on.
Kind of an up-and-under move after he got his man caught on the pick.
Harness thought about a 3. Didn't pull the trigger. They do get it down low for once to Sutton. He's fouled, and they can't get it to fall.
Tried to get the old-fashioned 3-point play. Number 14, Jared Dennison, a junior, who's the tallest player on the floor for Bardstown, and he's going to have the tough job of checking Sutton. And as near as I can figure, Dave, Sutton's averaging right in the range of 30 points a game so far this season. So we'll see how he fares tonight.
Agree. First free throw, good.
And again, that's something that's going to be important all night and all season long is Manual's free throw shooting, especially as the games get tight.
Got them both for a 5-2 lead early on.
Again, token man-to-man all over the floor pressure. Not really forcing anything other just making the player know that, aware that there's somebody guarding him. Bardstown quick movement with the ball. Yeah, I think this is going to be Manual's real test. Harness
comes up with a steal.
Yep, got his hands on the ball, and he's going to be fouled on the floor.
It's going to be the first on Litzy. Pretty heads-up play by Harness, though.
Yeah, it was. He got just enough of it and befuddled the ball handler just enough to get it loose, and Harness was able to run around and catch it and get out ahead. Since it's a foul out on the floor, no free throws to be shot. Manual controls it.
Now it's Freeman out top. He hands it over to Harness. Harness back over to Sutton, and Sutton's just going to drive. Going for a dunk. Missed it, but Chilton's there for the save, but it's going to be an over and back. No, yep.
Yep, and
that was a correct call, but, what else can you do?
Yeah. Well, you've got to go pick it up. You can't just let Bardstown grab it for a layup. And Dave Sutton's got to be careful. And not that he did anything bad with the officials, but he stood there and asked the official, wasn't that a foul when I tried to dunk it kind of thing? But he was totally out of the play at that point. You got to keep playing if you don't get the whistle. And now he's going to get a whistle on him.
A little bit of frustration, I think.
Yeah, I think so. He stepped out, helped defense. But you can't let the frustration on one end of the floor impact you on the opposite end. 6:01 left in the first quarter. Manual up 5-2. First foul on Sutton, first foul on Manual.
Boy, just something about seeing an opponent in purple.
Yeah. Yeah, this is like the double whammy of combinations. As there's
Keno Young for 3, and it's a tie game at 5.
When you mix purple and Tigers, like I say, it's kind of like a double whammy for Manual to have to overcome.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot going there. A lot of mojo going against the Crimsons. And Chilton loses it. Here come the Tigers the other way.
It was a good move if he could have kept the ball with him. Slashed through the paint.
Young again. 10-footer, no good. They come up with a rebound. A little strong.
Good effort by Sutton to affect the shot, and we're going to get a foul on it. No, it's traveling.
I was just thinking to myself, they're really letting them go at it down there.
Yeah, they are. Young, Dave, he's probably the shortest player on the floor, but certainly not afraid to put the ball up and certainly not afraid to mix it up underneath the hoop with the rest of the guys.
Yeah, Litzy applying pressure to Harness. And causes enough chaos, but Harness gets the ball back, and it's Chilton over to West, and Sutton on the baseline. He slips, and he was trying to dump it off to Chilton. I don't think Chilton was ready for it. That would have been an easy two.
That was a pretty hot pass, but it was certainly catchable in a layup, but a nice move there. And by Sutton, just Chilton a little bit, like you said, Dave, unaware. Still 5-5, 4:45 left here in the first quarter.
It's quite the one-on-one battle with Litzy and Harness.
Yeah, there's quick on both players. Good step out by West.
Yeah, get him for a block.
He just didn't. He got there, but didn't keep his feet moving, and wound up sliding in front of the player and drawing the foul. And again, it's out on the floor, so no free throw shot. So. Clock stopped at 4:32 of a 5-5 ball game. A lot of action, not a lot of scoring. I think the benches are going to play a big part in this game, Dave, with the pace that both teams are playing at.
Yeah, if they keep this up, there's going to be some fatigued players, not to mention the foul factor. It's a nice move to the bucket. And the Tigers have the lead 7-5.
Yeah, his second basket, and he got a step on Sutton and survived a little contact in the lane to put it in.
Harness is open for 3. He'll take it. Got it. Jared Harness for 3.
And that's a shot. If they leave him open, Dave, he's got to make that shot, and he did a nice job of it.
3:55 first quarter. Manual 8, Bardstown 7. There had to be an extra step in there somewhere.
Yep. Yeah, I think there was a little bit of a trip maybe. No call as far as a foul, but certainly a travel, so the ball comes back to Manual with an 8-7 lead. That shot that Harness made from the corner, a lot of experts will tell you that's the place to be a shooter because you actually get a little bit closer look at the hoop behind
Freeman,
the three-point
coast
range.
To coast, comes off the front of the rim, and I think they're going to get Chilton for a foul.
Yeah, Dave Freeman did a nice job going down the lane, got to the hoop. I'd like to have seen him just lay it up with the left hand off the glass. Instead, he transferred the ball back to his right hand and just couldn't roll it over the rim. So Manual still up 8-7, 3:45 left in the first quarter. And like you said, Horton is going to check in, and he's going to replace Chilton, which is going to change the dynamics of Manual's offense. Horton, solid rebounder, good post player, but certainly not a three-point threat. Or at least he hasn't shown it.
But he strike fear at a quarterback's eyes.
Oh, yeah, that's it. Or a jump shooters if they see him coming at him. So wait a minute, did he remember what sport we're in?
Oh, West with a good steal. Quickly to Harness for a layup.
Harness off balance.
Here comes the Tigers. There's 2 point-blank misses so far.
Banked in.
And that's Young for the quick bucket, and the Tigers are back ahead 9-8.
Dave, I want to go back to that Harness missed layup. Players a lot of times today try to initiate contact, and again, Sutton going to the rim. This time he is fouled. But players try to initiate contact to get the and one, and in that case, instead of just going for the layup and maybe drawing a foul, he tried to initiate contact, didn't get any, and missed the shot. In this case now, Sutton was fouled, 3:01 left, and he's got a chance to put Manual back in the lead.
Got to convert at the line in this
Yep.
game. First one off the mark.
So now he has a chance to tie the game.
Perfect. All three of Dwayne's points that came from the free throw line, and we're at a tie game 9-all.
And he's going to be going to the line a lot this year, Dave. The way he goes to the basket and with his skill with either hand with the ball, he's going to put players in a position where they're going to foul him.
And that was Quintus Mason with a three.
Again, in the corner. Nice look.
Sutton will answer off the mark. Here come the Tigers, and then there's going to be a foul on Harness.
Maybe a tad quick to pull the trigger that time for Sutton. But he had a good look. It's hard to fault the guy who's averaging about 30 points a game when he feels like he's got a good look and lets it go. We'll see what Coach Just thinks about that.
10-footer, got it.
And Dave Bardstown, Holtzclaw that time, beneficiary of Bardstown just breaking through Manual's press and beating Manual down the floor. And things getting a little ragged for the Crimsons right now.
They got Harness in the air. He misses, and here comes Sutton with the rebound.
Yeah,
Manual needs to settle down.
Not sure how Sutton got away.
Freeman in the corner for three. Got it. And that was a much-needed
Corey
three.
Freeman.
Cuts the lead to 2, 14-12.
I'm not sure how Harness got away without a foul down here on that other shot, Dave. There was a lot of body
Certainly was.
contact, but, you know, the refs are going to let them play at least for a while. We'll see how that changes.
Minute 50 left the first quarter.
And going back to Boo Brewer, Dave, I believe he played at Bardstown in his high school days.
I was going to mention that in our break. He certainly is coaching his alma mater. Harness, coast to coast, and the game is tied 14-all. And I like to see that when a player comes back to his old school. And
shows some loyalty to the community and the school.
And Bardstown's a nice, I like that community. Nice
Yeah,
place
I was just down at my old Kentucky home about a week and a half ago.
nice place to visit.
And there's a nice banked shot by Coward. That's his 6th point.
Freeman, left-handed layup, no good. And Bardstown's dominating on the boards, but we're going to get a travel, and it also looks like a turned ankle.
Yeah, Holtzclaw, I don't know if he stepped on the foot maybe of Tyron Horton, or maybe he just maybe he's a quarterback in football and saw Horton and figured I better go down. I don't know.
Yeah, because you can't take the hook slide in basketball without being traveling.
Well, maybe that's what he was doing. It was a hook slide. I just didn't see it.
Foul underneath. It's going to be on number 11, C.J. Hennessy.
Yeah, Hennessy, a senior for Bardstown. He's not strong enough to handle Tyron Horton on the low blocks, and that's why he got that foul. He just could not handle him.
As they get it inside to Horton, then back outside. 10-foot jump shot, no good.
A little bit of a
Gordon, it just came in, and it bounced back out. Under a minute first quarter.
Marcus McClendon got pushed on that rebound, too, and again, no call. So.
Boy, Bardstown's dominating the board.
Yeah, they're really doing a good job. Hennessy that time outfought everybody for the rebound. Puts Bardstown up by 4 again.
Got to get a foul there. It's going to be on Farmer.
Jawan Rivers, 6-foot junior, into the lineup for the Crimsons, along with McClendon and number 21, Steve Gordon. I think I got the numbers right tonight, Dave, getting our stat sheets printed out, so we should be in good shape, not have to make any changes.
Like a fine wine.
Yeah. It's going to be a foul on number 24, Vashawn Livers.
And the fouls are starting to roll up on the Tigers. So Manuel's going to be shooting a bonus early in the second.
Yep, 38.1 seconds left here in the first.
Horton gets it over to McClendon. He loses it off his foot. I don't see how he reclaimed dribbles, but he did.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that one either, but wow.
Rivers with a penetrating move to draw within 2.
Took out Sutton on the way down as well.
We think the Tigers a hold for the last shot.
Looks like it. Normally you'd say go with about 6 seconds on the clock. We'll see what. Oh, they got it.
Got it.
Well, if you get an open 3,
you got to take it.
You got to take it. That was Santrell Farmer.
And that'll do it after 1. And the Tigers had 3 3-pointers in the first period. So after 1, it's Bardstown 21, Manual 16. I believe that's the first time this young season the Crimsons have trailed after 1.
Yeah, I think you're right. I know they got down early to,
Central?
I want to say, no, to Shawnee, but I think they had gotten the lead back before the end of the first quarter, so I think you're right, Dave. So this Bardstown team, kind of what we were expecting to see, a good quality team. There's a reason that they're going to the King of the Bluegrass tournament and a reason that they beat Manual last year.
Still, the Crimsons are not bad shape, only down by 5.
Oh, yeah. It's still plenty of time. I want to, we mentioned Tyron Horton and his football ability as well as his basketball ability. He won, I guess, what most Manual football players would consider the most prestigious award, the Mr. Outstanding Award at the football banquet this past Sunday night, and certainly a deserving young man if ever there was one, who will, I'm sure, I believe he's committed to Western Kentucky. We'll see where he winds up in college, but he's going to make somebody a fine football player, as he has for his 4 years here at Manual.
He'll certainly be missed on both the court and the gridiron.
Yes.
Another 3 in the air by Farmer, off the mark. Finally, Horton with the big rebound. He's got it out front. Should be an easy layup, and the foul. And Gordon will go to the line to shoot 2.
Farmer with great closing speed to at least create the foul that stopped that from being a layup.
That's Farmer's second.
Manual coaching staff trying to get a basket interference call, goaltending or anything they can, and they're not going to get an answer to the positive from the official. Gordon showed good speed getting out ahead of everybody too, and Horton with a nice pass to lead him into that almost layup.
Gordon gets them both, and they were much needed.
Yeah, Manual needs to
kind
of right the ship a little bit here. I'm impressed with the quickness 1 through 5 for the players with Bardstown, and now I think the things are going to tighten up a little bit from the Zebras.
Rivers.
He did have his hands on the player. I mean, we've seen some pretty hefty body contact and then just a little ticky-tack hand check, and there's a foul. So maybe that's it. Just kneel them or body them, but don't touch them with your hands.
Well, that's dangerous. Chilton way up top like that. And let's see if we get a charge. We do.
Just a nice job of standing in there, taking it, and that's Rivers. So he kind of makes up for the other one.
That's his third. And let's see if that's going to bring him to the bench. And Young will check in for Farmer. We only hit him with 3 points, but we seem to make a big impact on the floor.
Yeah, and he's got a nice looking shot. He made 1 3-point shot and another one that rimmed out, looked pretty solid.
Rivers over to Gordon, back to Rivers. Gets it out to Chilton. He wants to drive. Got an 8-footer, no good. Rebound underneath.
Rivers again.
He'll draw a foul, go back to the line.
That was a nice pull-up by Chilton, Dave. He took his man off the bounce, went straight up with the shot, just couldn't get it to go in. Rivers, when he got the rebound, turned and went right to the basket and got fouled. He'll have a chance to cut into the Bardstown lead a little bit more. Dave, I like this game for a couple of reasons. One, both teams are pretty quick and aggressive. They're playing tough man-to-man defense. They're moving the ball on offense. But also there's no dominating 6'10" kind of player So both teams have to rely on that speed and agility, and it's a nice matchup for both of them to be matched up against each other like this.
Devin Boggs checks in.
He'll be easy to spot.
Some cat calls here from the
already, yeah.
Yep.
Both free throws made.
Reminds me of an old 70s group called Black Oak, Arkansas.
Yeah, he does kind of have that look.
Another three in the air by Bardstown. This time rims out. Boggs with the rebound. No good.
Well, if he'd have
Gordon
made that
with the
shot,
rebound.
he could have looked up and said, see, I got a rebound. Who needs a haircut? A rebound and a putback, but all he got was the rebound, no putback. So
Chilton over to McClendon. He might walk. Chilton should drop one for three. Got it! Jake Chilton for a second three. Emmanuel reclaims the lead, 23-21. 7-0 run by the Crimsons.
Dave, he helped himself on that. He passed the ball to McClendon, stepped
And then another
back.
steal. Here comes McClendon. 3-on-2. McClendon lays it up, misses. Horton's there for the rebound. Puts it back up too strong. And Bardstown with the loose ball headed the other way. And there's Boggs with the putback. Only a sophomore, and he's tied the game 23-all.
Yeah, and he's been in a good position twice to get rebounds on the offensive glass, Dave, and that time he got the putback. Nice little touch, right? Little two-footer right in front of the rim. Manuel missed a golden opportunity with that layup on the fast break.
Look, Bardstown's got some quick hands and
Yes,
feet.
yes, they
Very
do.
fast team.
Tough team to play against.
And then the alley-oop to Chilton. Got it! Assist to Gordon.
Just a nice pass, and Chilton caught it and just didn't try to do anything spectacular with it. Just took the 2 points, banked it in off the glass. Manuel goes up by 2. 5:22 left to go here in the first half.
Pull-up jumper, rattles in for Young.
Just a quick release, Dave. He got the first step, didn't go all the way to the hoop, didn't try to do too much. And that
Just
time,
a nice penetrating move, then a dish off to Horton for the easy bucket.
that was Rivers who just
Dribble drive.
beat Young and then found Horton wide open.
Back outside for another three. They drive the baseline against Manuel. And we're going to get a foul on Gordon.
Pretty good move by Coward that time, and Manuel tried to close in, and Gordon moved underneath him. Chilton had a pretty good shot coming over from the side to block that, but he didn't quite make it.
First time out of the game. So 4:43 left in the first half. Manuel leads 27-25.
Entertaining ball game here tonight.
I understand this will be the last home game for the Crimsons for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, because the last time I said that, I found out I was wrong. That's why we're here tonight.
And I apologize to the fans. I don't have the schedule in front of us, but I think it's sometime, and we'll see if we can get our producer to look that up for us.
You were mentioning wanting to go to the Jeffersonville basketball game, Dave.
Yes.
That's actually January 3rd. So it's during the holidays. If
Certainly
anybody,
a game that I encourage all the Manual fans to go out and watch.
if they get a chance, but Southern Indiana basketball, check and make sure that tickets are available before you drive over there. Is what I want to say.
Coward, it might be a good idea to buy the tickets in advance.
Yeah, if you can.
Coward's first free throw was good. Second one will tie the game. No dice. Manual with the rebound and a 1-point lead. Oh, tough contact and a block on Young as Rivers pretty much went to the floor. It looked like a car wreck.
Yes, like you said, some tough contact. Manuel up by 1.
And in the double bonus. So Rivers' first free throw coming here any minute now. It's good. Worth the wait. It's 5th point of the night. Second one's good as well. 6 points for Jawan Rivers.
Next game coming up for the Crimsons, Dave, is this Friday night at Seneca. The Goats won't be broadcasting, but make it on over to Seneca. Catch the Crimsons live. Then Manual goes to Butler next Tuesday night. That should be another fine ball game.
Bardstown is trapped at midcourt, and we'll call a quick timeout. There's a good chance that one old Goat may be able to make at least one of those games, maybe both.
And it looks like there's some type of tournament game between Lexington Lafayette and Manual. Not sure exactly where that is. That would be 2 Fridays away. And then Manual will play in the Republic Bank Classic at Lexington Catholic. That's over the holidays. And then, like I said, at Jeffersonville on January 3rd.
This old Goat is racking his brain trying to think last time Manual played Jeffersonville in any sporting event. It has been a while.
Yeah,
they have, I know, in the past.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many. I don't remember off the top of my head. Road trips on Tuesday, January 6th to Central, Friday, January 9th at Fairdale, and then comes the LIT. So Manual doesn't have any home games until after the LIT, Dave.
That's a long ways away.
It certainly is. Back to the action here, which is at home.
Manual kind of in the 2-3. No, they're not. It just looks like it momentarily. They're in man. West almost with the steal, got a nice deflection.
Just a nice job of getting out into the passing lane, getting his hand out and deflecting the ball. Couldn't quite get it, but Bardstown having to work pretty hard right now. 4:02 left before halftime. Manual up by 3.
That's Coward in double dribble.
Yeah, he kind of carried the ball with him, turned it over, and that's something that I think players do a lot more today than they used to. But the rule is you have to keep your hand on top of the ball, and they see these guys in the NBA and NCAA and the And One. Well, it's not the And One mixtape tour anymore, but those guys carried the ball 5 or 6 steps. But these guys get that, and it's a bad habit.
Chilton almost for another 3, and Sutton with a quick putback. They're going to wave off the basket.
They're going to call him for a rebound foul, Dave.
Yeah, and okay, well, I'm not going to disagree with the call.
I am. He just jumped right over.
He certainly did.
He jumped right over the guy. He didn't push him. He didn't do anything else. He just jumped right over the guy and put the ball back in the hoop.
And then Dwayne's kind of frustrated so far this evening. Pull-up jumper, Coward got it.
That was, and that's Sutton's second foul, too, so he wants to be a little careful before halftime.
And that's going to bring Horton back in at the 3:29 mark. Manual with a 1-point lead. Sutton limited so far with only 3 free throws.
Yeah, and he's showing his frustration on the bench, Dave. He should show that on the floor when he gets back out there.
I think it's a good substitution just to let him calm down a little bit.
Yeah, and protect him. He'll probably not come back in until the second half.
Plenty of ball to be played.
I forgot to do my duty here.
Oh.
Got to get the score up to date.
Harness thinks about a 3, then back over to Freeman. Lob into Horton. Can't make the catch with West. Tosses a 3 off the loose ball. And here come the Tigers the other way. Litzy for 3. No good. West with the rebound. These are all in double coverage. And they're going to get a foul. I think it's on number 14, Dennison, who hacked at the ball.
Yeah.
And that's usually going to get a foul call.
That is.
I think Brewer was showing his frustration from the bench, saying, "What are you doing?"
Yeah.
We had him stopped.
The hands will do it. When you reach, grab, slap, poke, those things usually are going to wind up getting a call against you. Nice free throw by West.
Makes the lead 30-28. Well, tonight may be the night that the running clock stops.
Yeah, I think you're right. West gets both of them.
Manuel's biggest lead has been at 3.
I think Bardstown led by 5 at a couple points, didn't they?
Yes.
Coward out on the perimeter. Manuel goes with the double team trying to force something. And there was a walk gotten away with by Devin Boggs. I guess they said he didn't have control of the ball. Air dribble, that's what that was.
That was an air dribble, yeah. Oh, nice. Almost a nice steal. Oh, and Horton with a great block and outlet to West. He'll take it to the distance. Got it.
Boy, I'll tell you.
Horton with a great block.
Yeah, and good passing to get the ball up the floor. West with the nice layup. Manuel's biggest lead now at 5 points.
Second time tonight, Horton has actually made a nice play on the defense and a nice outlet pass.
And he gets rid of the ball quickly, Dave. I'm going to bring up a name here in a minute. But
Coward, 15-footer, no good.
Yeah, that was kind of a forced jump shot, Dave. I'm not sure that Coach Brewer would want him taking that shot after his team's just fallen behind by 5.
Horton on the blocks. He's rejected by Boggs.
Boggs with a nice job. No body contact, went over the back. When it comes to sturdy players underneath the basket with quick outlet passes, the name of Wes Unseld comes to mind. Now, fans, I'm not comparing Tyron Horton to Wes Unseld, except that he's got kind of a similar build, and he's thrown a couple really good outlet passes. But
3 by West is no good. Bardstown quickly with the rebound. 1:30 to go. Oh, nice spin move, but he's blocked by Horton again.
Horton showed his athleticism.
And he's chopped. And we get a whistle. And
see who the foul's going to be on.
Let's see. Horton just doing a nice job down low.
Coach Brewer just can't believe that the foul's not on West. And he's pleading his case with the official, and he's not going to. That's one decision he's not going to get overturned. The appeals court is not in session today.
West makes the first. Second one will be Manuel's biggest lead if he can sink it. And he does. 34-28 with 1:22 left here in the first half. And now Manuel can set up the press. And a quick whistle. Rivers with the foul.
A little over-aggressive that time, Dave. Trying to make something happen on the defensive side with Manuel up by 6.
I won't argue with that.
No.
Last 2 fouls could have kind of either way. Chilton checks back in. Obviously looking for a little bit of range from the arc.
Well, and that's something that could pay dividends
Freeman.
for a last-second shot, Dave. If Manuel needs to launch one, Chilton would certainly be an option.
Oh, back to Freeman. West, 8-footer, got it from the baseline.
Nice move along the baseline to receive the pass, and he drops it in.
37-28. 1 minute to go.
Manuel playing very well this quarter. We'll see if they can hold on through halftime and then even further.
Rebound, Harness. He wants to run. Puts up a wild shot, but he's fouled.
Yeah, I think Boggs is going to be caught on this one.
They're going to call it on number 20?
No, he thought he said 3, and he saw the 3. He didn't see the 4 go up.
That's Boggs first. Jared Harness at the line with 46 seconds left. quietly, Manuel's pulled away to a 9-point lead.
Yeah, I really think that the pace of the game caught up a little bit with Bardstown, Dave, and they've been a little bit off balance on their shots, a little rushed on their shots, and
Now Harness
they're
comes
not going
out.
in.
And Gordon will go to the line. This free throw is good. Did I miss something, Buzz?
No, because that would mean that I would have missed something. So, no, we didn't. Gordon's at the line.
Okay.
And he makes both of them.
4 points tonight. It's an 11-point lead for the Crimsons. 45 seconds and ticking. They break the press. They get Chilton in the air. An easy layup by Wall. West will bring it up court against Young. Pulls it out. Try to hold for one. Back out to Freeman. 17 seconds. Probably
Again,
make
unless
it
you
move
get
around 8 seconds or so.
Yeah, get an open look. 8, 6, somewhere in that range.
Down to 8, 7. Now Freeman's pulled up his dribble over to West. 3.
Yeah, West is going to have to make something happen.
Short, and that'll do it.
Not a very good possession there at the end, Dave, for Manuel. They go into the locker room with a 39-30 lead, but when they pulled up the dribble, nobody broke, and West was kind of forced to just shoot right over somebody and had a tough shot. Made a pretty decent effort, but it just didn't fall.
More importantly, though, they did keep possession until they ran out of time, so Bardstown didn't get a chance.
Yeah, that's true, and that's one of the reasons you go for the last shot, is to keep them from getting that.
After trailing 21-16 after the first quarter, Crimson's outscored Bardstown 23-9 for a nice 39-30 lead at the break.
So, yeah, Manuel, and again, I'm going to say that the pace of the game, I believe, really played into the Crimson's hands as Bardstown just got a little bit hurried in their shot selection and fired up some off-balance stuff. And a couple of them fell early, and I think they got more confident than they needed to be in that kind of play, and it came back and bit them there in the second quarter. So Manuel with a 39-30 lead. I'm going to let Dave add up his totals here, and then whenever you're ready, let her rip.
Just an interesting stat. Actually, Bardstown had 13 fouls in the first half compared to only 8 for Manuel. So Manuel's not really in any foul trouble. Rivers and Sutton both have 2 apiece.
It's the quickness that Manuel brings, and even though Bardstown is quick as well, I think it's that one little half-step difference in the quickness that's created some of these fouls from Bardstown.
These are unofficial stats at the half, but I've got Keanu Young. Reeves. I knew I'd do it before the night was over. I'm going to go ahead and call him Keanu Young.
Yeah.
He's got 7. Santrell Farmer with 3. Tyler Holstall with 2. Jaquantis Mason with 3. C.J. Hennessy with 2. Trajan Walls with 2. L.J. Coward with 9. And Devin Boggs with 2. And for the Crimsons, Chris West with 8 points, 4 from the free throw line. Jarrett Harness with 5. Corey Freeman with 3. Juwan Rivers with 6. Stevie Gordon with 4. Dwayne Sutton with 3. Tyron Horton with 2, but a lot of nice assists in the first half.
Yes,
a couple of key blocks.
And some nice rebounding, too.
Jake Chilton with 8. So a nice performance in the first half by the Crimsons. And obviously, like I said before the game, that Bardstown would be the toughest test of the young season.
And you're absolutely right, and that's proven out already in the first half. I believe as opposed to the Dazzlers, what our fans are seeing now is the Dreamers.
Okay.
This is Manuel's step team.
Okay. I can tell you right now, I'd be worse at this than the half-court shooting. I have no rhythm, and this looks very complicated.
Yeah, if what I could do in this would be to stand in the middle and let them do all this around me. And even then, I'd probably mess up. I'd breathe or something.
And then what's tough about this is not done to music. It's just timing.
Yeah.
Okay, why does the movie Stripes come to mind about right now?
I've actually watched that a few times recently on
And
one of the old movie channels.
And it's only fitting that I bring that up because that movie was filmed around the Bardstown area.
Well, and also here in Louisville.
Yeah, downtown Louisville, 2nd Street Bridge. And
he actually parked the cab in the middle of the Clark Memorial Bridge, and Bill Murray did.
That's right.
And, of course, some stuff filmed at Fort Knox, and also there was at least one scene where they drove down Grinstead Drive. I remember that.
The urban assault vehicle.
Yeah.
That's a fact, Jack. I had to say that. I'll wait for you to say, take it easy, Francis.
I'm just going to kind of kick back here and hope I don't drop my periscope out the window, but that's
had a chance to the old Goats were invited to the football banquet a couple nights ago. What a great event that was. Really enjoyed myself.
Out at Woodhaven Country Club, got to see almost all of the players were there, and a number of awards. We mentioned that Tyron Horton won the Mr. Outstanding Award. Certainly Damian Smith won the Mr. Crimson Award, another top-level award. My personal favorite, the Clarence Frank 110% Award. I got the opportunity to present that to two different players. On the defensive side of the ball, Anthony Kaiser, and on the offensive side of the ball, Trey Gordon, two deserving young men as well. And their efforts certainly were outstanding all year long, Dave.
Certainly were, and a rare chance to see these guys out of their football gear.
Yeah.
What a nice group of young men. Yeah. Very intelligent, impressed with their GPAs, which also told me I would have no shot to come to this school. By today's standards, no shot. I'd be an old Raider or something else, something old Rebel right now, as opposed to being an old Goat on the air. But man, very impressive GPA by that squad, and just the nicest young men you'd ever want to meet. As
Dr. Lucas mentioned, Manual leads the All-State academic team, and they should. I believe that's a pretty close paraphrase to what he said the other night. And that's certainly true. That's what Manual strives for, and they've been very successful at it, as well as putting a good team on the field. They also have to strive in the classroom. There are no slackers.
I was reading on I'm addicted to some of these internet chat boards, which I shouldn't be, but during the off season I like to read those. There's a lot of conversation this week about the Super District. It was well deserved.
Right.
And a few people had commented that, Mel Emanuel should be good because they can recruit all over the county and St. X and Trinity beyond those borders. But let me just say this, when somebody actually spoke out Emanuel's defense, yes, they could take any student who is accepted inside Jefferson County, but just because you have to apply to get into Emanuel, that's no guarantee that you're going to be accepted. Right. You're not coming to this school as an athlete. You're actually competing with the best students in the local area, and the school has a lot of academic integrity. So the idea that Manual wants to go out and grab ball players, it's far from the truth. And they do a great job competing against competition.
Right, and you have to do that. You have to have smart athletes, and that's certainly one of the things that they've done. But I think one of the things that Manual that's done as well is that X amount of people from each zip code are allowed in. So if you get to whatever the number is, I'll say 5 just because it's an easy number to come up with. If you have 5 people from each zip code and you have somebody who has a 4.15 GPA through middle school and runs a 4.3 40, he might be left out in the zip code wars. That's just the way it is. So you have to apply, you have to come after it, and you have to bring it to the school. And really that's the way it should be. Does Manual have some advantages over some other schools? Sure, because they can have students from all over Jefferson County.
And I think the whole school district is open enrollment as well.
Yeah, there are some limitations. For instance, at Male High School, you have to have been in the traditional program to get into it. I know they relaxed that standard, I think, at one point, but that's been pretty much the rule since day one, other than if numbers weren't there, they would accept some other folks coming in, that kind of deal. So there are some restrictions. Shawnee has the aviation magnet that if you want to get into being like an airline mechanic or pilot or something like that. So you have to take certain things. You can't just say, "Oh, I want to go to Butler, or I want to go to Ballard and just drive across town." And
a nursing magnet there,
right?
And some of their fans had chimed in this week saying, "Look, we're a 3A school,
yeah,
but we have more girls than boys because of the magnet." So they actually do a fine job with the numbers they have too.
And Manual will tell you that there are more girls here at Manual than there are boys too. So, and you factor in YPass. I have to be careful what I say here.
And if you discount the YPass population, then the school is obviously not a 6A institution.
Right. And with YPass, one of the things, because so much of YPass, the Youth Performing Arts School is extracurricular, if you will, theater, dance, song, whatever, concerts. Those things take up so much time that you don't get that many athletes. There may be some athletic people at YPass, but because of what they have chosen to study, their extracurricular activities sometimes supersede what you're doing at athletically at Manual.
But as a school itself, what a great prep school for college, because of everything you described, YPass, all these diverse activities, is certainly like a college.
Right.
Many things to get involved in.
Well, and you know, it amazes me when it comes to like Mikhail Guess, who played basketball and volleyball here at Manual and is now at the University of Pittsburgh, and who played here recently in volleyball against U of L. And she was in YPass as well, and we know she missed a basketball game late in her senior season because she had a performance with YPass, and that's sacrifices that you make.
Start the second half, Manual possession. They got it to Sutton, but he misfires.
Pretty tough shot under duress, Dave, but it was a good look for Sutton. Hopefully to get him off the snide, but that's going to hurt him.
And that should be number 3.
Yeah, and that was an early whistle too. That was an anticipation call. The official just anticipated that Sutton was going to land on the player. I'm not saying he didn't, but he certainly anticipated that it would happen, and he blew it before Sutton even came down.
Coward back to the line.
A little bit strong off the back iron there. So we'll see how this affects Manual's rotation with 7:41 in the third quarter. No movement at the scorer's table, so Sutton looks like he's going to stay in.
Coward gets the second. His 10th point of the night, 39-31 Manual. A little backcourt pressure by Bardstown, but Freeman will bring it up. Over to Sutton. Sutton wants to drive again. The 3 fouls, needs to be careful. Drives, draws a foul, but it doesn't go.
But he's going to go to the line for 2, Dave, and you mentioned he needs to be careful, but I don't think that's in his game, and I don't think Coach Just wants him to be careful. I think he has to be confident that he's got the body control, that offensively he can go to the basket and score. And defensively, he will have to be a little bit careful, but I think he's got to attack. That's his game.
Second one's off the mark. Bardstown with 3. Or no, they don't get the rebound. Loose ball. Manual has it. Harness for 3. Off the mark again. Bardstown with the rebound. Coward will bring it up.
Quick look by Harness, but a really nice look he had at the basket. Just didn't fall.
Nice block by Chilton, and here comes Harness. Over to West. He wants to drive. Pulls up for about an 18-footer. No good. And a nice strip by Harness. Baseline jumper. Yeah, in and out. Chilton with the ball. Then Sutton. Bardstown quickly across midcourt. They lose the handle. Sutton headed the other way, and I think he's going to draw the foul.
Yeah, and he's got to be careful, Dave. Just a little nudge after the whistle. I don't think he meant anything by it, but I spotted it from up here, so he's just got to be careful that the officials don't spot something like that.
Foul on Hennessy. That's his 3rd.
Yeah, man, he's going to go to the bench. So a couple different philosophies from the coaches here. Coach Brewer taking his man out immediately, while Coach Just has left Sutton on the floor with 3.
Freeman over to Harness. I don't think Freeman was ready for the pass, but he takes it. West, reverse layup on the miss. Got it.
Just a nice job by West to get the rebound and come underneath the basket and lay it up.
Loose ball to Manuel. 42-31, Manuel's biggest lead at 11.
Yeah, Vashawn Livers just lost that ball off his foot, Dave, and it rolled out of bounds. So Manuel.
The Tigers have this full court pressure. Easily broken by Freeman. Or was it? What a move by Ja'Cory Freeman, but he can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, it was kind of.
He did everything but roll in the basket.
The back tip didn't knock the ball loose enough to keep him from shooting it, but it did throw him off his timing just enough for him to miss.
3 by Farmer is no good. Manuel headed the other way quickly, and they're going to get a charge on Harness.
Yep, one step too many, Dave, on the dribble. If he needed to pull up about not mid-court, about the free throw line, he had Sutton on one wing and another cutter on the other wing that he could have looked for. And good position by the Bardstown defender that time created that foul.
Coward blew by Farmer in the back court. Misses the shot. Sutton with the rebound.
Again, just a little bit hurried, a little bit off balance, just enough to miss.
Pass by to Chilton is intercepted. 3-on-1 break. Oh, just a nice ball movement there. Coward with a shot. He's going to make Harness foul him, but he misses.
Yeah, and that's one of those fouls that's not a bad foul, Dave. You're right underneath the basket. Guys at point-blank range. Get him with the body just enough to throw him off to where he can't make the shot, make him earn it at the line.
It's going to bring in Juwan Rivers for Harness. Has got 3. Sutton with 3.
Coward is going to miss the first one.
Just under 6 minutes to go, third period.
Rivers was a big part of Manuel's surge in the second quarter.
Coward gets the second 10-point game, 42-32. Sutton wants to drive, kicks it to West. You just get the feeling that they're pushing it just a touch too much.
Well, it's gotten Bardstown into playing that fast as well, but we've talked about it often. You've got to still be under control, maybe just a tick slower to stay under control, but still fast.
3 on the way. Young is good. Freeman up to West. Back to Freeman for a 3-pointer. Off the mark. Sutton with the loose ball. And then Freeman comes away with it. Reset the offense. West thought about a 3, backs out. Then he's going to drive. Kicks it over to Chilton. 10-footer in the air. Got it.
Nice look by Chilton after the pass.
44-35 Manuel.
A little contact there, but the ball put into the hoop nicely by number 24, Vashawn Livers.
Lead is down to 7.
Good defense by the official that time, as he was able to trip up Juwan Rivers.
Sutton for 3, misses. But there's Rivers with the rebound and putback.
Manuel back up by 9. Just good positioning that time, straight up for the ball by Rivers to put it in.
Now Manuel is in a 2-3 zone.
Yeah, and Bardstown's going to,
for the moment,
pull things back and set it up a little bit. I would expect Manuel to trap out of this zone, Dave. We'll see if they do.
Coward thought about a 3 down. He'll drive. Misses the layup. Rebound Chilton. Here comes West the other way. Over to Rivers. Rivers drives. Puts up a nice bank shot from about 10 feet.
A lot of contact on that one, and maybe even an extra step at the beginning of the move, but certainly a nice shot by Rivers.
And the lead back to 11. Now they're going to trap out of the zone. And here's a 3 on the way by Young. No good. Rebound. Freeman pulls it away.
Boy, Freeman had his guy pinned all the way against the sideline, Dave. That's what you call getting a body on a guy and keeping him away from the ball. Freeman did an excellent job.
Nice lob to Sutton by Chilton. Easy, too.
Boy, a great pass by Chilton, and Sutton did what he does best, just caught the ball and without hesitation put it in the hoop. Just great touch.
Emmanuel has his biggest lead at 50-37. 3:15 and ticking. Emmanuel traps again. There's Coward in the middle, then he gets it inside. And we got a charge against Litzy. That'll be his 3rd. Chris West underneath there to post up.
And after seeing that play, one wonders if Chris West may be in Y-Pass. He sold that call, Dave. Yeah, there was a little bit of acting going on that. They would have called that a flop in the NBA, but there is no flop call in high school ball. And there was contact. Don't get me wrong, fans.
I tell you what, I think that outdid some of the punters we've seen this season.
Yeah.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, that does. Send any hate mail to oldgoatradio@twc.com. I can take it. Seriously, though, if you like or don't like what we do, drop us a note.
And we're always looking for help. And Sutton will take it himself over midcourt, and he still wants to drive. Loses the handle, kicks it back. Chilton from the left wing lobs it back into Sutton. Sutton wants to work against his man and drives. Can't get it to go, but he's going to draw a foul, go to the line.
Yeah, tough work in there. Bardstown certainly has scouted Manuel and knows that Sutton has scored quite a few points this year already, and they've put a lot of clamps on him and also made him work on the defensive side to get him in foul trouble, but it's not really helped them all that much as Manuel's up by 13 points. And the Crimsons really have played a good game when Sutton's been out, Dave.
Sutton's first free throw, good. His 5th of the night. Mark of a great basketball player. He gets himself to the line. Chilton's going to take a nice deserved break, and Horton will come in. Sutton's second one is good as well. 8 points of the night for Dwayne Sutton. 52-37, the biggest lead of the night.
Bardstown trying to figure out this zone Manuel's thrown at them. It's kind of, well, they figured it out.
You shoot the three.
Had a pretty good look, didn't fall.
Farmer couldn't get it to drop. Manuel headed the other way. Rivers, takes a nice spill on the court.
Yeah, that was a pretty nasty one.
Manuel comes back with it. Sutton with a nice move, but can't get the layup to go left-handed.
But still, Dave, he did it the right way. He used the left hand, kept his body in between the defender and the ball. Just didn't quite get the roll. Excellent move by Sutton.
McClendon's about to check in. Skip pass, and then a nice steal. Actually,
yeah, Gordon with really good hands.
Got a bat on it, but it's going to stay with Bardstown. 2:04, third quarter. McClendon checks out. Freeman back in. Rivers leaves. And Gordon back in.
Manuel mixing up the pieces again. Bardstown trying to answer here. Dave, the way this game started, I would have bet, because Bardstown hit a couple threes from the outside, looked pretty good moving the ball around, I'd have bet we'd never see Manuel in a zone, and I'd have been wrong. And we're going to get a foul underneath the basket, and that's going to be on Bardstown going for the rebound.
Sean Livers, I think that's his second. And no shots, but it's going to give Bardstown a chance to set the full court press.
Yeah, that's the 5th foul on the Tigers, the 3rd on Livers.
They get it inbound easily to Horton. He'll just take it up across the midcourt line. And then a nice dish to West.
Yeah, I was going to say there's 3 or 4 calls they could have made on that one.
The walk came before the foul.
There was some contact. West just never got the ball onto the floor, and I think part of the reason he walked was the contact, but like you said, Dave, in the officials' minds anyway, the walk came before the contact.
West thought about going for the steal, didn't.
I think he was trying one of those Euro step moves that I still haven't figured out.
It's going to be a foul. Let's see who they called on. Steve Gordon, it's going to be his second. Only the team's 4th team foul of the half.
So this game called a lot more loosely than the game we had the other night, where there were foul after foul after foul. And that's a tough one on McClendon.
Is that a foul, or did he just knock the ball out of bounds?
Okay, I thought they may have called a foul, but they didn't, so he got his hand on it.
Nice look inside. Can't get it to go. McClendon with the rebound.
And he just went way up over everybody to corral that one and bring it down. Great
Gordon.
crossover move by
What
Gordon.
a shot.
A little scoop shot after a great crossover from the elbow.
And the lead is at 17.
Yeah, I'm not sure I expected this.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Buzz. As hot as Bardstown was in the first half from the perimeter, they've just went cold. And who thought Manual would ever go back in the zone to shut them down?
Like I say, the way they started at Bardstown, I just didn't think Manual would. And now Manual just got them off balance and has kept them off balance since, at the end of the first quarter.
Long arcing three is off the mark. Manual with the rebound, 22 seconds. West will take it up court.
We'll see if Manual holds the ball for the last shot or tries to squeeze one off early. If they get a good look, I've always been a proponent of if you got a layup or a really good shot, go ahead and take it no matter what the clock says.
West for three. Got it!
And Dave, he just confidently took that off the dribble, stepped into the shot, was given plenty of room by the Tigers, who were sure that he was going to drive, and he put Manual up by 20 points. It's Manual 57, Bardstown 37 at the end of three.
Just an impressive outing for the Manual Crimsons tonight.
Yes, it really has been. This Manual team is showing a lot here as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Manual up by 20 points.
After being outscored 21-16 after one quarter, Manual outscored Bardstown 23-9 in the second and 18-7 in the third. So only 16 points allowed after that big first quarter for Bardstown.
Well, and their defense has been a key to that. And I'm going to go back to the pace of the game. I think Bardstown started out and was keeping up with Manual, and the play got a little bit ragged, and that fit more into Manual's style of play than it did Bardstown. And I think Bardstown just got out of their game, maybe a little bit tired. You're not seeing a whole lot of it physically, but I think it might have been enough to where now their jump shots are a little bit off, just falling a little bit short. When your legs start to go, your shots fail too. So at the end of three, or at the beginning of four, however you want to look at it, it's Manual 57, Bardstown 37.
That was a huge three at the end of the quarter.
Certainly was, and I'll tell you what, Dave, Manual got a whole quarter out of Sutton without having to take him out very much for those three fouls. He did get a little bit of a blow, but certainly he played within himself and didn't pick up that fourth foul. And we'll see how he does at the beginning here of the fourth quarter.
I'm going to get a foul out front.
Yeah, and I actually picked up a little bit of a slap, I think, through the microphones on that. So Horton's going to pick up a foul.
Only his first.
And only the fifth on the team. Both teams with 5 fouls, so neither team in the bonus yet.
Farmer nails the first free throw. One more coming. Misses that one. Manual with the rebound. And then Sutton. Across the midcourt stripe. He wants to drive again. And he picks up another foul.
Yeah, is he?
I think he must have the carte blanche to drive anytime he wants.
Well, I think he does, Dave. And one of the things that you've got with Sutton, he's your tallest man. So if the other teams are playing man-to-man, they're going to put their biggest man on him probably. In this case, it's Dennison. Although Dennison didn't get the foul, Livers got – no, I'm sorry, they're calling it on – Kel Livers. I had that right.
It's first.
It's my story, and I'm sticking to it. But what you've got with Sutton is because of his height, they have to play him. But he's a guard, Dave, and he plays out on the floor, and they can't keep up with him out on the floor.
Got them both, right?
I thought he did. I'm behind on my scorekeeping.
Gives him 10 for the night. 3 in the air. Livers misses. Air ball. And the crowd is polite tonight. Sutton headed the other way quickly. He wants to drive again. Takes another hard spill.
But again, Dave, that's what he's got to do. That's his game. He's got to go hard to the hoop. That's going to be the fourth on Farmer, they say. He's been a pretty productive player for the Tigers tonight.
Wow, obviously, this was part of the game plan, evidently.
Yep.
Sutton up. His ninth free throw of the contest. That elbow had to take a little bit of a burn on that floor. He's hit the deck a couple times tonight.
Yeah, and no matter how much wax they put on it, you still stick a little bit when skin hits it.
High arching shot, good. 10th free throw of the night by Dwayne Sutton, 63-38.
61.
Excuse me. Let's see if my premonition was correct.
No.
Nope, it wasn't. Kel Ivers just sunk a three, and it cuts the lead down 61-41. I stand corrected. Oh, no call. They're looking for the lob to Sutton. Gets tripped up yet again.
He got his feet tangled up.
And
with
then
the
a steal
player.
by McClendon. Easy layup and the foul.
Yeah, and Dave, Marcus McClendon did a great job of getting the ball into the open floor. Sutton kind of provided a little bit of a screen for him. Then with the finger roll, McClendon laid it in, and that was really a silly foul by Dennison. He had no shot at blocking that shot, and all he did was give McClendon an opportunity to add to the lead at the free throw line. 6:43 left to go. Manual up 22, and
Devin
McClendon
Boggs checks in.
Completes the three-point play.
Timeout. Manual, a 30-second timeout.
30-second timeout. 6:43 left in the ball game. Manual 64, Bardstown 41.
Just kind of a systematic dispatching of the Bardstown Tigers by the Crimsons tonight, Dave. They just, after the first quarter, like you said, Bardstown was up 21-16 and seemed to have things going their way pretty well. Manual had kind of, they'd been even, and then Bardstown got a little bit ahead, and then a little bit more ahead, and then they got that 5-point lead, and it looked like, it was just every 2 or 3 minutes there was going to be another point or two on the Bardstown lead. And then in the second quarter, Manual just, all of a sudden, things started happening. Subs started coming in. The pace of the game got even quicker. Manual turned up the screws on defense a little bit, and all of a sudden Manual's up by 9 at halftime and then just totally put it away in the third quarter, and it's still expanding here in the fourth.
So just a very promising start to this 2015 campaign.
Certainly is. One would expect with a 23-point lead with 6:40 left to go that Manual would go to 4-0 on the season. But we won't call that until the game is over.
Nice pick by Boggs.
Yeah, that's one of those things where you help your teammate out, but then you're the guy who takes the punishment.
Coward having a tough time penetrating the zone. Finally settled for a baseline jumper, no good. Livers with the rebound, though. And then McClendon almost gets a steal.
Yeah, I don't think
Coward will drive, lays it in. Nice shot.
I don't think McClendon thought that pass was as lazy as it was. I think he had a shot at an interception and then just didn't go after it.
Nice feed inside for Thornton, and Horton got it.
Yeah, great concentration, Davis. Coward went flying by. He didn't let him distract him. He just dropped it in the hoop.
Sutton skies for a rebound. He wants to run, and he will. Then lobs it into Horton for another basket. Pretty assist by Sutton.
Yeah, and that's another thing he gives you, Dave. He's an unselfish player. He leads the break. Got the rebound on one end, found Horton. You have to collapse on Sutton.
Steps called. 25-point lead.
It's just falling apart right now for the Tigers. I think they're a better team than what we've seen outside the first quarter tonight when they played fairly well, but I think Manual's got a lot to do with that.
So lead out to 25, 5:24 left. Freeman taking it across midcourt stripe. Gets it over to Sutton. Will just jack up a three, short, and then a foul underneath.
Yeah,
Gordon.
Gordon just cut underneath the rebounder that time, and that's kind of one of those deals where it really is not going to hurt Manual too much. They're not in the bonus yet, so Bardstown already had the ball.
It's hard to complain with a 25-point lead.
Oh, yeah,
but we're going
I'm sure Coach Just would.
He will. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Coward.
Yeah, if he'd have just stood there a couple seconds more, he'd have had a free shot. Manual would have already been down at the other end of the floor because they'd have thought they had a steal.
Good
Quick hands by Sutton.
Oh, yeah. 3 subs coming in. Harness, Chilton, and West. McClendon, Rivers,
And Freeman.
Actually, it was Gordon checking out, and Freeman. So some fresh legs to finish off this game.
Yeah, and the subs may not be finished yet, Dave. We'll see.
This 2-3 zones look pretty good for the Crimson. Served them well.
It has, yeah. They stepped back into it probably partly to help protect Sutton. Just a wild 3 that time.
Chilton, dangerous pass looking for Sutton, and it's intercepted.
Good idea, just poor execution.
A 3 on the way, no good again.
Now, what Bardstown's trying to do, Dave, they're trying to hit a 25-point jump shot.
Yes,
there aren't any 25-point jump shots here. It's not like a game you make up in your backyard where the further away you get, the more points you get.
This fourth quarter's half over, and they haven't cut into the lead at all. In fact, it's grown.
Yeah, it actually has grown by 5 points here in the fourth quarter.
Litzy tries to drive, pulls up for a short jumper, no good. Horton with the rebound. He's got West all alone. And they're going to call him for I thought maybe he had an extra step, and he did.
Yeah, well, one official saw it, the other 2 didn't. So if majority truly ruled, then that was not a traveling. But that said,
it was a pretty shot, and he hung in the air for a while.
Yeah, it was a pretty looking move until the whistle blew.
And then West gets a nice steal. Flips it off to Sutton. Sutton wanted to dunk but didn't have position. Misses the layup, and here comes the Tigers again.
Yeah, the finger roll just didn't quite go in. Everything was good except the finish.
Boggs misses on a rebound put back. And here comes Sutton once more at the 3:30 mark.
A lot of contact tonight underneath the hoop.
Nice feed, West to Horton. Oh, easy layup. You know, Bardstown's just not defending Horton.
No, well, they don't have anybody physically who can play behind him because he's going to get position on the low block. So
that was Harness with a nice steal. Feed to Sutton, and he's fouled before he can go in and look like he was going to attempt a dunk.
Yeah, I know he's wanting to get the crowd excited and all that, but you know, the main thing is to get the points. And in that case, he was going to get fouled one way or the other. So Manual will be in the double bonus with the next foul on Bardstown. Bardstown will be in the bonus on the next foul on Manual.
13 on the night for Sutton.
71-43 with 3:02 left to go.
Second one in the air, rims out, but actually Sutton comes up with a loose ball, drives, misses again, gets another chance at it.
Couldn't quite hang on to the rebound, Dave. Just a little too strong. I think he might be a little juiced up because of the foul calls early and some of the questionable things that happened on the floor, and I think he's just getting up maybe a tad higher than he's used to, and he's used to jumping pretty high anyway, and I think that's why a lot of his shots are coming off the back iron. Just maybe too much adrenaline flowing.
2:40 and ticking. 71-43. And another steal. Harness deflected it. Here comes Chilton on the break. Nice layup by Chilton.
Yeah, I think Chilton might have thought about dunking it too, but he did the right thing and just laid it in. Got
and the
2
lead
more
is
for Manual.
30.
Yeah.
And a timeout on the court.
Yeah, Coach Brewer has seen enough of this. I just noticed his shoes.
I did too.
Those are very classy
cool
shoes. Kind of a pale purple, if you will. Trust me, I am not very likable to purple of any shade, but those look pretty good. He could do without the yellow pants, though.
Yeah.
Almost too close to gold. Anyhow, 2:24 left to go in the game. Manual up 73-43 over the Bardstown Tigers in what has turned into.
Dare we say blowout?
Yeah. I certainly believe that that's what we can, and it looks like Sutton and Chilton And
I think we're going to see some
Horton
fresh
are coming out, yeah.
We're going to see some fresh faces with the lead at 30.
Looks like Dallas Finley is up off the bench. Maybe Noah Hawkins, number 42. Finley is number 32. Both of those fellows seem to be in the lineup, and they are. Along with Juwan Rivers, Stevie Gordon, and Marcus McClendon, probably to finish out this game for the Crimsons.
2:24 left in regulation, but we could say in the ball game now. 73 Manual,
sure.
43 Bardstown.
And currently Bardstown has 4 players on the floor, Dave. They can still finish with 5. I know that they've got a bit of a...
I think he's looking for volunteers from the audience. Yeah, Brewer just grabbing jerseys and get out there.
You don't, when you get into the double bonus, have to sit a player down. This is not like hockey. There's no penalty box.
3 in the air, no good. Nice rebound by Gordon.
See if Manuel kind of pulls it out and lets the air out of the ball for the final 2 minutes of this game. But, I mean, you got some players in who haven't been off the pads tonight, or folding chairs, if you will.
Comfortable folding chairs.
Times have changed.
Top of the key, no good. Manuel with the rebound. Gordon looks inside, got it. Down on the blocks, and an easy layup by Noah Hawkins.
Davey, he presented himself well, kept his hands up, caught the ball, turned and put it in. Bardstown was trying to front him, and they couldn't get to the ball, and he had an easy layup. Good job by Hawkins.
We saw him perform against Shawnee last week, and nice performance there.
Acquitted himself very well.
Minute 20 and counting. Let's see, on the left wing. Gets it out to Donovan Nance. And down on blocks, and it's Litzy for 3, off the mark. Well, they really went cold after the first quarter.
They sure did.
And it's McClendon headed the other way. Gordon, right wing.
He was looking in at Hawkins again.
And McClendon didn't see the pass coming.
Mix up in communication there. I'll tell you what, I look at Coach Just, I look at Coach Brewer, and both of them up, still coaching their players. It doesn't matter that there's a 32-point deficit. These guys, as well as coaches, are teachers, and they want their players to do things the right way at all times.
And at this point, it's not about who's going to win and who's going to lose. It's a scrimmage.
How do you improve? You still do things the right way. You don't. And there's going to be an over and back play. A couple of the younger players in for Bardstown. Cornerstone, number 20, a junior, and number 25, Donovan Nance. And but the coaches are still working their players, working them hard, getting them to do the things the right way.
5-second call. They finally get it into McClendon at 40 seconds. McClendon will drive. Draw a foul. He'll go to the line.
Yeah, Bardstown bailed him out a little bit on that, Dave. I think he got tangled up with the feet of the Bardstown defender and was off balance, and at that point they hadn't called a foul. But then as he leaned, both players fell down and it became a foul.
So McClendon hits it. 4th point of the night. The lead 76-43. After 21 points in the first quarter, Bardstown held to 22.
Scores at 77-43, and of course we're at 30 seconds left to go in the game, but we're only a point away from a running clock.
I was thinking that myself, and I was almost assuring myself this evening there would be no running clock tonight.
Which would have had we had one more point, that last pass probably would have ended the game. Although I'm not sure, that may be something that is agreed on prior to the start of the game by the coaches. So bit of a baby jump hook there by number 33. Devin Cummings, another junior for Bardstown. Hawkins picks up his first foul.
20 seconds left.
First one rims out. You just can really help your team when you make free throws. I realize it's not as easy as it may seem to a lot of folks, but with the clock stopped and nobody with a hand in your face, that's some way you can really help your team.
12 seconds. Let's see if Manual even bothers to take a shot.
I would think that they'll just hold it and not take a shot, although McClendon appears to be looking at the rim.
3, 2, 1. And that's the ball game.
So Manual, as Dave tallies up the scores, the Crimsons with a pretty good effort all 4 quarters, but especially in the final 3 quarters as they pull away quarter after quarter after quarter from the Bardstown Tigers to take a 77-43 victory here at Charmoli Gymnasium. We'll get Dave here with the scoring after he tallies it up, and then we'll wrap things up here. But Dave, you got it? Close?
Well, 77-43. It was Bardstown leading after 1, 21-16. Manual dominated the rest of the way, 23-9 in the second quarter. They also won the third quarter, 18-7. Fourth quarter, 20-6. And by my calculations, it was Manual 77, Bardstown 43. We go through the scoring for the Bardstown Tigers. Keanu Young, I didn't say Reeves, says finished with 10 points. Santrell Farmer with 4. And we had, Tyler Hoslaw with 2. Jaquintus Mason 3. Kel Livers with 3. C.J. Hennessy with 2. Trajan Walls with 2. Voshin Livers with 2. L.J. Coward led the Tigers with 13. And Devin Boggs with 2. And for the Manual Crimsons, it was Chris West with 13. Jared Harness with 5. Ja'Cory Freeman with 3. That seems hard to believe. He's everywhere tonight.
Yeah, he made his presence known on the defensive side, Dave, and also passed the ball well, but just didn't have that many shots to take.
Juwan Rivers had 10. Stevie Gordon was 6. Dwayne Sutton had a slow start, hampered by fouls, but he actually finished up the game with 13 points, 11 on the line. Marcus McClendon with 5. Tyron Horton with 8. Jake Chilton had 12 points tonight, 2 3-pointers. Noah Hawkins also got on the board with 2. Final score, Manual 77, Bardstown 43.
A fine all-around game by the Crimsons. They dominated pretty much on the boards. They ran the floor well. They played good defense. They put up a zone after they really had Bardstown off balance with their man-to-man, and I think they wore them out, and Shooter's legs got tired, and that caught up to Bardstown, but puts Manual at 4-0 going into Friday night's game. I believe I said that was over at Seneca, didn't I?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Crimsons have an excellent chance to push to 5-0.
Yeah, they could go a long way here. Of course, the usual suspects like Ballard and Trinity loom somewhere in the 7th region season. LIT coming up, the Republic Bank tournament in Lexington, as well as some other regular season games. We mentioned Seneca and Butler. I'm not going to run through them all because I forgot them. But at any rate, Manual off to a good start, and Coach Just, he seems like he's getting what he wants out of this team, Dave, maybe more so than other teams in the past. And
just a reminder to our friends and fans out there, this is the last home broadcast for a while.
For a while, yeah.
Check our website, oldgoatradio.com.
We'll keep you posted. We may have some girls' games and some boys' games individually, but certainly all the double headers we'll get. And but more importantly, check the schedule. Find it at Manual's website or the KHSAA.org website. Find the schedule and go out and support the Crimsons wherever they're playing. You don't have to come watch them here at Charmoli Gymnasium, and you don't have to sit at home and watch us unless you absolutely have to, and we're glad you do.
And the Old Goats will probably be in attendance at some of the games we don't broadcast, so come to the game and
That's right.
keep us company.
Yeah, you can come up and say hi to us, or get Dave's autograph. That's always a hot commodity on eBay. and certainly drop us a note at oldgoatradio@twc.com. And since this is going to be our last broadcast probably for the year, I just want to wish all our fans a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, or whatever holiday you celebrate this time of year. I choose to celebrate Christmas.
Merry Christmas, my friend. Same here.
Merry
Same
Christmas
here.
to you, Dave.
So, the season.
For all of the Old Goats, some of whom can't be in attendance tonight, like Eric Baxter and Kevin Cole, for David Wright, for John Wright, happy holidays from the Old Goats. Manual 77, Bardstown 43. Thanks for watching.